Guys, it's Hayes Mobile Auto Repair. We're still at it, Jackson, Mississippi. There's our Yukon right there we're looking at today. See if we can figure it out. It's a crank but no start. Yukon 1994. What have you done to it? Have you done anything yet?
Hot water the fuel pump.
You hot watered the fuel pump? Oh, that's what you were talking about. Yeah. So it does kick on. It still doesn't start though.
It don't start though.
We're gonna check spark. That's gonna be our next move. Since it still doesn't start. So let's go in the vehicle for me. And let's check for spark. Grab a screwdriver real quick. It says fuel pump's not getting any fire back there, but he can jump it off. And the fuel pump will kick on. But it still doesn't start, so that means we sounds like we have another issue, or we have one issue that's knocking out spark and fuel at the same time. So we're going to do a spark check first. We'll do a spark check first. Let me get a better ground over here. Yeah, that should be a good ground. Okay, man, we're ready. Let's crank this thing up. I want to see that spark jump. Hopefully you guys can see it. If it sparks. I don't think it's going to spark. Fire in the hole. Oh, that bitch is going to spark and do it again. 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 Keep doing it. Again. Alright, we're good. It's got spark. It's got a spark. It's just not getting any fuel. I think. I don't know. Let's finish up the diagnostic. Let me put this plug back on there. Did anyone mess with any oh, never mind. He walked away. Yeah. I don't know. This might be like something like a clogged fuel filter or something. It wants to start. I don't know if anyone messed with the timing, the spark plug wires, and got them crossed up or not. I don't know that yet. We're gonna put some carburetor cleaner in the throttle body. Let's see if the injectors are squirting at the same time. I'll show you the system we're working on. Working on that system right there. So when you turn the key over, you should see those injectors squirt down here, both of them, injector. So we'll check that too. Alright, we got it running. There's apparently the fuel pump is kicking on, even though he has hot wired anyways. So, and the injectors are pulsing. I don't know if you guys see that fuel coming out of the injectors. It's running pretty good. It's not really misfiring at all, so we're good there. So we're just gonna disconnect our hot lead, and then we'll figure out why it's not getting fuel. Hey, get over here, Slick. All right, so all right, sounds pretty good. I say we cut the wire. That goes all the way down to the fuel pump. Let's cut it. All right, cut the wire. Vehicle did die. So look at this frame. All right, so we're underneath it. Here's the frame. Here's the front tire. The bumper's up there. So we spliced in right into the harness coming down. And yeah, so it looks like he's got both wires connected to it. Not a big deal because it's probably all one power lead. So let's disconnect right here and let's find out the problem. Scan tool and get the schematic, because we don't have all day to try to figure out these little problems, right? We need not all day because we got other things we have to do. So let's get this quick, and the way you make it quick is you get your schematics. Just go ahead and familiarize yourself with the system. You do about 5-10 minutes there. You know, you just study on it, it's going to make it twice as fast when you get ready to repair it, to get your hands on it. Thinking this is the fuel pump relay right here, guys. And I think that's the gray wire right there. I don't know, it's been a minute since I played with this one. But let's check. Let me check. Let me get online real quick. I think that's it though. All right, so here's the wire he's got run down. So he just plugged into that. I don't want that there no more. So let's take that off. Windows, that's the breaker for the windows or the locks or something like that. So this is the right diagram. So I got the fuel pump relay. It's going to be that box I showed you in there, and there's going to be an inline fuse, gray wire. I know you can barely see it. I can't get my screen to get bigger. You know, these are blue and this is white over here, so I don't know what's going on with all data today. But I gotta check the fuses. That fuse right there, it's an inline. And we'll check the relay, make sure we got our powers going into the relay as well. Sorry, I can't, I'll do it later. Fuse. Turn the key in the on position for me. Start it up. I'm gonna give it voltage. Start it up. I'm giving it voltage right now. So we lost our voltage on this fuse, so we got to track back. See, now it's gonna die. So we need to find out why we lost voltage out of this wire. So let's get back on the schematic and we'll find out where that originates at. Now, is this corrosion up here, and that wire is just loose. I don't know if that's, looks like it goes into a red wire over here. Let's check voltage on it. I got voltage on it, man. This should be powered up all the time. And it's not. So let's find it. Let's find out where this wire, I already got 2 wires running in here. It looks like it should be that wire, but it looks like it goes into the harness. You guys see, it goes into the harness right up in here. And the other one, the other side of the wire, goes down. It goes down the harness. And here's the relay right here. Alright, let's check it out. It's right over here. Okay, just put it down there. Check the orange wire, which is this prong right here. And we have voltage on the orange wire. And this is our gray wire right there. That is the fuel pump. The relay, it was, you know, shorting out my power probe, so it was shorting out, so I was suspecting it was going to be the relay. I had a good ground on my control side on the, what is it, the orange wire. So yeah, and that was it. So it's running. See, I just touched it and it just died. So we're going to pop another relay in there and that'll be a wrap. See that the orange wire goes to the computer. Well, actually, that's the voltage coming in for the relay, and the green wire goes to the computer, and that is waiting for the voltage from the orange wire, so we could click the relay and 12 volts will run to the fuel pump down the gray wire. So we know we had a good ground on the green because it toned ground. We know we had 12 volts on our orange wire, and if we have those two, the relay should click. A good power, a good ground, the relay should click, and it should send voltage down the gray wire to your fuel pump. So this is a fix. He took the key, so I can't start it up again for you, but that's going to be a fix. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to fix these crusties right here, and I'm going to take these wires out and fix the scrape down there, and that's going to be a wrap on that one. That relay costs 30 bucks, $32. He's already put a fuel pump in it, the labor, so all that for a fuel pump relay. So don't guess, test. Put a little bit of that cleaner for that corrosion on those. Stick my fuse back in a protector. This wire is now tight. Okay, good. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a done deal. It's a done deal on that one. We got a couple more to do today, so let's get to it. You find tools, throw them inside the customer's truck. Don't do like the customers do me. That's why it's important. Don't lose your tools when you're on the job, because they won't even call you. 90% of the time, they will keep your tools. Even though it's a little screwdriver or something major, they're gonna keep the tool. So always double check, triple check, make sure you have all your tools before you leave a job. It's not like you're in the shop and you drop the tool and you know where it is, you can get it later. Once you leave a job, man, you left. And it's probably going to be 30 minutes before you get back home if you go run and grab it. What customers do sometimes when they call me and say, I got your tool, they meet me somewhere, so because they're usually pretty appreciative that they got the car fixed. So not everyone's an asshole, but you will run into 90% of them that they won't even call you. Some of them will keep your tool until next time they see you. Say, hey, by the way, I got your tool. Which is, you know, it's better than nothing. So anyways, guys, let's get to the next one. It's going to be a brake die. Now, he says his foot's going all the way to the floor. So let's get there. This one, she said she parked by the dumpster. Alright, so here we are. Don't worry, as long as you keep doing good stuff and you're honest and you're saving people from spending parts they don't need, and you're doing stuff for them, you're doing a little extra, your name's going to get better and you're going to get better customers. I started out in the hood, so yeah, I know. I started in 9th Ward in New Orleans, to be honest with you. So yeah. So let's get this one done. Let's find out what's going on. All right, the vehicle starts. At least that's a plus. Got the keys out of that. Let's get down here and push down the pedals. Shit, it's going to the floor. Yeah, it's going to the floor. No pressure. Yeah, first thing you're gonna have to do is you gotta check the master cylinder. First thing we should do is check the master cylinder, see how much fluid's in there. You just can't say, it's the caliper, I know it is. It's gotta be. So check the master cylinder first. And it should be bone dry. And it is, it's bone dry. So it's bone dry, more than likely, if it's bone dry, more than likely we got a leak. So what I like to do is what everyone probably should do, that's how I was trained, is you look under the vehicle on all 4 tires and you look for wetness. We're going to start there first. Let's check for maybe a leaking line, a leaking caliper, something like that. Any kind of evidence would be nice. I don't see any evidence up front here. You usually see liquid wetness on the rim, on the inside of the rim. That looks a little damp maybe over there. I don't know. Let's check the back tires. Since I'm on this side, let's go to the back. I don't see any leaking around the framing for like a brake line that's got rusted up. We're not up north, so we don't see a lot of that down here. And if we do see a brake line that's rusted up, it's usually a northern vehicle that moved here. So I'm not seeing anything. It's dry over there. It looks dry over there. We're gonna check that front. Over there, I see a little scrapage on that rim over there. I'm gonna have to put some brake fluid in this and pump it up. Let's go to the front tire. Ask yourself is, when was the last time this thing was driven? I'm gonna put my fingers on it. Yeah, there's a little wetness right there. You guys see that? So our culprit is this side over here. Let's jack it up, take the tire off. That's a whole bottle. That's a whole bottle. It's still not full. Yeah, it is. It's full. It's about right there. Alright, both tires are up. Let's pull some wheels off. Alright, visual inspection. Yeah, there's a little dampness right up in there. A little bit around here. A little bit around the edge. This one's been leaking. I don't see anything around the hose itself. The hose condition looks pretty good. So we're looking at a caliper or maybe a seal inside. Those pistons that are coming out, maybe they're leaking there. The pad thickness is kind of low on the fronts, so I'm going to recommend some brake pads. Let's break this line loose and let's get some air out of the system. Let's build up pressure so we can actually see where the leak is coming from. So in order to do that, we want to build up pressure. So let's go ahead and bleed it out as much as we can, and then we'll put pressure on it. This fluid should come out of that. Okay, so we can put the plug in this one for a second. No one to help me, but there's quite a bit more fluid down here once I pumped up the brakes. I think it's coming from the line. So let me see if I can just put the camera here. See if I can see it on camera. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Clean it off maybe first. Yeah, let's try to clean it off, and I'll get a better idea where it's coming from. All right, guys, so what I do know right now, that's not going to be a line. Okay, I'm going to show you why. It's not going to be a line because the drip common sense. That's what being a mechanic is all about, is a little common sense. It's not leaking here, but that drip is steady dripping. It's a steady drip. So it's flowing out right now. It's probably going to be one of the seals in here. It's got to be one of the seals. Change the caliper, Hayes. So let's pull the caliper off, and we'll go get us a new one, and we'll do the inspection before I do that. Hot and heavy on a brake job, guys. This is probably going to be the last part of this video on the brakes, because yeah, it's a brake job. And you guys probably want to see other stuff. Oh, and that caliper is locked up too. So let's see if we can unfreeze it. So I can get the caliper off. Aha! And there it is. You heard that piece that just fell out of there. Look at that. Oh, well, hell, I thought there was a brake pad in the back. There's not a brake pad in the back. It's gone. Yeah. So we need the rotor. The brake pad is actually stuck right there on this one. So we're going to get a rotor. We'll get the brakes for this vehicle and a new caliper. So caliper, new pair of brake pads, some brake fluid. We have to bleed it out when we're done, and that's it. Now you could also sell 2 calipers if you wanted to sell 2 calipers. I'll look at the other sides and see how the pads are wearing. If they look like they're wearing, you know, good, even on both sides of the pads, I won't even bother. I'll just sell them 1 caliper. That's how you help people out. I mean, this is not a shop where they say, man, you need, it's a good idea to change both calipers. They look like remanufactured calipers already. I don't know, I'll see how that goes, but for right now I'm getting a caliper, a rotor, and some brake pads. Let's get to the next car. This is pretty basic stuff. Huh. All right, oh my God, man. I'm so tired. Got my room key. I think, yeah, one of those. All right, so yeah, I'm home. I'm home. What else can we say about mobile mechanics before I end this video? Come on, Ace, get out and go pee-pee. I don't know. We talk about mobile mechanic stuff all day long. It's usually with that guy that I work with, the mobile mechanic that works with me sometimes, if I let him. The mobile mechanic that works with me from time to time. Yeah, we talk a lot of shit now. He's finally clicking, so now I can talk to him now. It's got to that point. It's been 4 years. So I can talk to this guy, and he actually understands what it means to be a mobile mechanic out here in the field, not in the shop. Shop mechanic and a mobile tech mechanic, we're like 2 different kinds of people. Not everyone can be a mobile mechanic, even though they're a mechanic. You got to have some kind of level of confidence out here in the streets too. A lot of mechanics, you know, in the shops, you know, they don't want to talk to the customers. They don't want to talk to them. They don't want to interact. They just want to get the job done. So I understand. It's cool. But to be a mobile tech, you have to be able to do everything pretty well. You got to be able to do your paperwork, print out receipts. That's another big one that we were talking about yesterday, well, me and somebody else was, printing out receipts. Oh, they said, they were talking about, hey, you know what I heard about you or something like that? You know, you're the only mobile mechanic that actually gives you receipts. You know, I do mine, I used to do written out receipts, But that all that has a program that you can actually just email them the invoice, the work order, the estimate. You can just email it to them now. And then when the job is done, you know, invoice it out, press send, man, and you got a receipt. Big on your business. If you go to a job and you don't give them a receipt, that's an automatically strike against you. I'm just saying, people want receipts. They might not ask you for a receipt, but trust me, they want a receipt. Something to think about, guys. They want a receipt. When I first started, I had a printer. I had a laptop in my truck all the time. Since day one, I had a laptop with the GPS that plugs into the USB. So I started out, and my GPS was on my laptop. Then we had cell phones, and now I got GPS on my phone. You know the progression of that. So, damn, what was I saying, guys? I'm so tired. Now, I was talking about in the beginning, I had a printer. Yeah, you got to get a printer, all right? I think that's what I was talking about. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to get in this house, or in this room, and I'll see you up there. We're on our way to yet another one. As a mobile mechanic, we do all kinds of stuff out here, so we're going to go try to get these lug nuts off this vehicle, and someone jammed a socket on one of them, so we're gonna go look at it. I brought my torch with me because I have a bad feeling I'm gonna have to use it. So let's go take a look at it. On a job where I have to pull out my torch and I have to burn lug nuts off and things like that, automatically 150, non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. When I got to break out the hot work, yeah, it's 150 right off top. So, just letting you know. They've already had 3 or 4 guys out there trying to take it off, so I don't care how you look at it. That's what it is. It is what it is, my brother. 150, as they say down south. 150. 150. Yeah, it's 150. It's 150. It's 150. It's 150. Take that off. The only problem that I'm gonna have with my torch, I need a new torch, a new head. My air is not really working. Well, it's not working at all anymore. So I'm not gonna be able to get a precision cut. I'm just gonna have to melt it. I'm gonna have to melt it off. Hello, it's Hayes. 1 second. Sorry, I did bring you with me, I forgot. But I just cut the socket in 2 pieces and just popped it off and, you know, got the lug nut off of there. So not a big deal on that one. 150 bucks, about 15 minutes worth of work. Guys gotta get a torch. Put that on your list to get, as if you're a mobile tech. A portable acetylene torch or something like that. You're gonna need it as a mobile tech. Oh, and since we're talking about $150, $150, the dealership wants over $400 to take off those 4 locks and take off the that thing that was stuck on the socket. So because they broke it off, they tried to use the 3/8 is what happened, a 3/8 drive on that socket, and the 3/8 drive broke off of there, and you couldn't get the little nipple out of the socket. So yeah, you had to cut it. Or there's other ways you could have did it, but yeah, I chose to cut it because it's faster. Got time to drill out nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, anyways, we got another diagnosis to go to. Damn, I'm so ready to go home. Nice sucking up all my AC. We're almost there. We're going to Pearl. It's going to be a AC problem. Just got finished with the vacuum leak. So he said.
Right lane to take exit 52 onto Mississippi Highway 475 toward Jackson Evers International Airport.
All right. He says another mechanic or two mechanics came out there, put a new AC compressor on for him. He said it lasted about 2 weeks and now it's hot. So now we're going to go find another problem, maybe. Maybe. It could be a bad new compressor. I've been getting so many bad new parts since COVID, it's ridiculous. So.
At the light, use the right lane to turn onto Airport Road.
All right, thank you, Siri. Thank you, Siri. All right, let's get it.